we clutch our pearls and laugh again. We all gather round, Kathy has a story to tell, our favorite comedian. Heffa, please, I don't have the free time unless you got the scoop again. Here for the gossip, rumor, and innuendo. I will live for today until the endless heaven buffet takes me away. Hey.
Oh my God. Wait, can you hear me now? Ah, this freaking microphone. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Y'all, my nervous system is not ready. We're gonna take that out in post. Good morning, good morning, good morning, true crime friends. How y'all doing? I'm so happy to see everybody here. The number of technical difficulties I have run into lately, you do not even understand. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're up early. We are ready to go. Wait, I'm gonna minimize the little microphone thing. Um Okay, can you still hear me? I minimized the microphone thing. Um, I'm nervous. Okay, but look, we need to talk about Anna. We have to do it. We have to do it. Okay. So for people who do not know, Anna, I wrote it down. Anna Kepner is an 18-year-old young lady from Florida who loves cruising. Oh, good morning, Tanika. Good morning, Sugar Bear. Good morning, Sweet Pea. Good morning, Liberty and Justice. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Anna Kepner is an 18-year-old young lady from Titusville, Florida. She went to school in Titusville. I don't know if that's where she's from. And a nice, wholesome-ish family. I guess she's wholesome, but child, the family tea, the backstory, we are going to get to it all this morning. And then I have to go to the yarn store because these socks are not going to knit themselves. So what had happened is let's start with a little bit of family history, right? I should have made a chart. I didn't, but I should have. I'm gonna need to get me like a dry erase board to use. I'm not going to use everybody's names, although I do know everybody's government name because it is out here in these streets. And the minor who was accused of committing this crime, his full name, his picture, everything is out here in these true crime streets. I personally will not say his name, but if you feel so moved to find it, it's not going to be that hard. Anna was born to her father, this man named Christopher. Christopher and this, excuse me, this lady got married and they had Anna. They only had one child. Then they broke up, got divorced, whatever. They went their separate ways. Anna's daddy married a second wife and they had two kids together, and that marriage didn't work out. And so they broke up. And then Christopher, Anna's daddy, married third wife. The third wife is where the trouble starts. Third wife has, I believe, 3 children. And, I'm not trying to talk bad about nobody, but, Anna's daddy and this third wife liked each other a real lot, I suspect in the carnal sense. I'm not saying her kitty was feral because I do not know that about that lady, but he liked her a real lot, and they got married very quickly, Anna's daddy and this third wife. Third wife comes and she brings her kids. She's still in a custody fight with her previous husband, and they're duking it out in court. Okay, fine. Of third wife's, her name is Chantal. Chantal's 3 kids, She has an 18-year-old, she has a 16-year-old, and she has a 9-year-old. The 18-year-old is like, "Okay, this family, mama and her new husband and this stepsister or whatever, I don't know about all that, but we just gonna go with it. Okay, the family is all right." Third wife, Chantel, moves in with her new husband, moves in the kids. It's like, hey, y'all are all step siblings. We're not gonna worry about blending. You'll blend. I'm about to blend my no place with his no place. Y'all can just get along. Anna was telling all her friends, that 18-year-old stepbrother, he's okay, but that 16-year-old stepbrother child, something not right with him. He real ticklish of the brain, right? So she's telling her friends that she's real nervous about the 16-year-old stepbrother because he's just like mean and likes to roughhouse. And at first I was like, okay, my boys like to roughhouse, some more than others, but that's not the end of the world. But he's bruising up Anna, hurting Anna, threatening Anna. Now, what you're not gonna do is threaten my child. Nope, 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 nope. And I was thinking to myself, well, maybe sometimes Anna could go to her mama's house and get a break from her daddy and these crazy ass step siblings. But mom, biological mom, is not in Anna's life. And when you see the little video I have of Anna's biological mom, you might understand why. I don't know what bio mom's story or situation or circumstances are, but she seems like she may have had a rough time in her life. Um, she appeared on Inside Edition to tell her story. Please know that while the local news channel 6, 12, and 10 or whatever, they're not going to pay you for your story, reportedly, allegedly, Inside Edition will get off some cash so you can come and talk to them. Okay. Interesting choice. And Anna's bio mom appeared on Inside Edition on TV with her nice pink hair. Was it a wig? Did she dye her hair pink? Unclear. And not a tooth in her head. Ma'am, I appreciate that you ran a brush through your hair before you got up here before God and all the world. But you up here with not a what? Is that an indication that she is a or used to be a narcotics enthusiast? I do not know. I also know that she was not invited to her daughter's funeral. What the what? I not invited, you say, but she said, "Oh no." And some mamas will sit up there with their hands folded and they're sad and whatever. This mama, um, I'm trying to be polite. She was um she just was real different. It seemed like she had a deep enthusiasm for narcotics while the interview was going on. I'm not saying she was out of her mind, but I might recognize hi because I have these highly sensitive recording devices in my face called my eyes. The pink-haired lady with no teeth in her head talking about, "They didn't invite me to my funeral, but Imma go anyway." Okay, ma'am. And they were like, "Right, but how you gonna go if you weren't invited?" She's like, "I have a disguise." Ma'am. Ma'am, you up here on the TV talking about you gonna wear a disguise to your daughter's funeral. Okay. Okay. And they were like, "Well, what's the disguise?" Because if you dumb enough to sit up here on the TV and talk about the disguise you're gonna wear to the funeral that you were not invited to, we want to know every single thing. And ma'am, do you realize this gonna go out on the internet, on the TV? It's gonna go out everywhere. So the people at the funeral may recognize you because you're wearing a disguise. And she's like, "I'm only 4'9", so I'm gonna wear big heels. See, here's the heels I'm gonna wear." And she pulled out some big chunky heels that clearly came from Salvation Army just this very morning. And I was like, what am I looking at? What in the trailer park nonsense am I looking at? No shade to our friends who live in trailer homes, but this lady, mm-mm. Something about her ain't right. Little ticklish brain. Okay, I get the feeling that she may be comfortable with the judicial system. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like she might also be comfortable with in a trap house. Maybe, I'm not saying she used schmugs, but she had ways likened it to somebody who used schmugs. And I was like, okay. Um, so her mama was not invited to the funeral. And then word starts trickling out all on these YouTube streets about what's going on with this case, the backstory and everything. Reportedly, allegedly, this is what happened the night of the crime. Now, please know this is not Reuters. You see it right. Where is it? Right there. We are gossip, rumor, and innuendo. So the gossip, the rumor, and the innuendo of what I heard about this story is this. Anna is scared of her stepbrother. The reason she's scared of her stepbrother is because she was on the FaceTime one night with her little boyfriend. You know how these little kids, they be falling asleep on FaceTime and stuff. She was on FaceTime with her boyfriend and they both fell asleep. And well, Anna fell asleep. The boyfriend was not asleep. He just was watching her sleep. You know that young love where it's just like so exciting to watch somebody sleep. And the boyfriend was like, "Mhm." Her 16-year-old stepbrother came in the room and climbed on top of her while she was sleeping. And the boyfriend was like, "Hey, what are you doing? Get off of her." And he realized he was caught, jumped up and ran away. Anna was telling her friends, "I'm scared of him. See these bruises on my arms where he held me down." The boyfriend went and told the parents, "Listen, that 16-year-old, he something wrong with him. He's obsessed with her. He wants to date her. These are stepkids. Y'all just threw them in a family together. These parents have been married for less than a year. Anna is nervous about this dude. Y'all seen her mama? She can't go to her mama's house. So she's sleeping in the dining room and sleeping at friends' houses and all these other things." And the parents are like, no, 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 don't worry about it. Don't worry. Everything is fine. So 2 weeks before the cruise is supposed to happen, this 16-year-old stepbrother and Anna's daddy get into a physical altercation that is so violent, explosive, whatever, that the police have to be called. And the older brother, Anna's 18-year-old stepbrother, moves out of the house and is like, "I don't want nothing to do with none of y'all. Take me out of the whole situation." Right. The family goes on the cruise. Anna loves, loves, loves cruising. She has been on the same ship with her grandparents 6, 8 months ago. She loves, loves, loves cruising on Carnival cruises. Oh, me too. I'm a big fan of Carnival cruises and other cruise lines as well, but I really like Carnival. Anyway, she's down to the Carnival Horizon and they get a balcony suite that has a queen size bed and bunk beds made into the wall. The brothers are sleeping on the bunk beds made into the wall. Anna has the queen size bed to herself. The whole family goes to dinner the night before the cruise is supposed to be over. Everybody goes to dinner. They have a really, really lovely time. And Anna is just like, "I feel sick. I'm going to go back to the room early." She goes back to the room early and she lays down. Her parents never come and check on her to make sure she's okay. Mm. Then the 16-year-old brother goes back to the room that they share together and talks to them, talks to the siblings or whatever. And he's like, "I'm going to go around the ship and take pictures and do whatever." He gets his camera and he leaves. Reportedly, allegedly, not so long after that, people who live on that floor start hearing screaming and banging and "help, help, help." Um, the 16-year-old brother comes back to the room and the door is locked. He can't get in the room. And so he's like, I don't know what my crazy ass brother's doing, but I do hear my stepsister screaming. Um, did he tell the parents? I don't know what he did or who he told, but the parents were all wrapped up in each other. And honestly, on a cruise ship, depending on what sort of like services, like what sort of cellular plan they had, that it's conceivable to me that the 16-year-old would not have been able to find or notify the parents because when you're on a cruise ship, if you plan ahead, you're like, "Okay, everybody download WhatsApp, that's how we're going to communicate." Or you can pay $8 a day or something and communicate inside the app that Carnival provides. If they didn't do either one of those things, it's very hard to reach the other people in your party on a cruise ship because a cruise ship is massive. I'm talking 4,000 people at sea. It's like a floating hotel. It's really like a city. But people that were on that same floor were like, yeah, we heard screaming and banging and we were scared, although nobody called security at that time. Later, the 16-year-old came back to the room. He was able to get into the room. Anna was not there. He went to sleep. His 16-year-old, I'm sorry, the younger brother went to sleep, and the assaulter, also alleged assaulter, went to sleep. The next morning, they could not find Anna. So they're looking around, they go to breakfast, like, "Where's Anna? Parents, how come y'all ain't check on her last night? She left the table sick." They're checking around, they can't find her. Everybody is trying to figure out what happened to Anna. While they're at breakfast, their room steward comes in to clean the room, and it's like, "Well, wait, what is this under the bed? Ooh, I spy with my little eye a body that's naked and beaten and wrapped in sheets." So she's like, "Boop, boop, 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 hello, security. Mm-mm, mm-mm. This gonna mess up my tip real bad. What in the what is happening?" And so security comes, they seal off the room. This is an at sea day. When you're on a cruise, some days you have ports that you stop in, and other days you're just at sea and you're supposed to run around and enjoy the ship all day. The room is sealed off. People start getting questioned. They page across the speaker system, there's a medical emergency in room, whatever their room number was. The parents hear it and they're like, well, wait, Anna is missing. Now there's a medical emergency in her room. So the dad rushes down and is just like, wait, where's my daughter? What's happening? It is at that time that the 16-year-old stepbrother confessed to his mama, see what happened was the 16-year-old brother is, of course, the police, whatever. Everybody gets called because the situation happened in international waters. The FBI is called in. The ship flies a U.S. flag, or it's the port that it leaves out of is inside the United States. So the FBI flies down. They get on board. They start investigating. The room is sealed off. It's a whole thing. The children are all questioned by the police. The parents are questioned by the police. The brother who did the attacking is taken off the ship in handcuffs and escorted to the hospital. Now, did he go to the mental hospital, the nervous hospital, or did he go to just like the regular check you out hospital? Yes, I see in the comments, I need to make a correction. The 16-year-old brother is the brother who did the attacking. The 14-year-old brother is the stepbrother who was in the room, who went out to take pictures, who heard all the screaming and everything else, right? So, just to clear that up, we don't want to be just willfully giving wrong information, but sometimes, oopsie, accidentally, it happens, right? So the 14-year-old brother heard the kerfluffle. This 16-year-old brother is the one that is the suspect. Like on land, people are freaking out. Um, Anna's mother was never notified of the passing of her daughter. She found out about it on the news, according to her. Um, of course, the media swarms the story, and the parents are like, "Please, please, please don't talk about this. Let's give us room to grieve." I'm sorry, what? Are you familiar with how the internet works? This is a scandalous case. There's not a big Donna Adelson, Karen Reed, Corey Richins going on right now. We have focused all of our attention on you, dear family, and it is sad and it is heartbreaking for the family. But here's the thing, the family grapevine is very, very real. The FBI, as you would suspect, shut this down, was not giving out any information, but the family, oh child, tongues was wagging. So Anna's uncle went on Twitter X and was like, hey, internet, hey, listen, I need justice for my niece because this whole situation is not right. This is what happened, and spills all the family tea. And his pink-haired mama was like, "Don't be out here telling my family business. You will be uninvited if you tell the family business." And he's like, "Right, I might be uninvited, but the stepbrother done whacked up this girl in the head, and we don't know what happened." Now the autopsy report is out, and she was, look, I made a note. She was asphyxiated with, reportedly, allegedly, a bar hold. Is that a hold they do in ballet, in bars? Unclear, but it's like like where they put the, and she was unclothed and she was wrapped in sheets from the room. Terrible. And so that you know, there's always, just like, not always, but frequently, there's one person who is the tip of the spear on a case. That's never gonna be me. I'm just hiding in the bushes and I'm waiting till I get all that good, and then I'll come and tell y'all about it. But other than that, mm-mm, mm-mm. But you know who is the tip of the spear on this case? Plunder True Crime. Look, where's Paula at? Hang on. I thought I had her pulled up. What did I minimize her? Please hold. Let me pull up Plunder. Now, I like Plunder. She seems like a nice lady. I do not know her personally. Um, Her YouTube channel is not necessarily my taste, but she got all the information on this one. All the information. Hang on. Plunder, Plunder, True Crime. She pulls videos, she reads things, Miss Plunder. Hang, wait. I'm going to share one of Miss Plunder's videos, giving her full credit. She has a video. Oh, so that you know about Plunder. Plunder has been doing true crime for a long time. She's out of Ohio. I discovered her during that case where that girl bonked her mama upside the head with the skillet, Sydney something or other. That girl's getting a new trial, by the way. But Plunder was like, "I just feel like I need to drive past the house." Plunder girl, why are you driving past these people's house? Okay, she was over there driving past the house to see the scene of the crime. I was like, the way I clutch my pearls. Also, Miss Plunder is a very nice, soft-spoken, religious lady. So you're gonna get true crime and you're gonna get some Jesus. She will tell you what happened, and then she will give you a scripture. That's a choice. It's interesting. And she's an African American lady with a white Jesus, a biracial, an interracial Jesus. I don't understand. Okay. Over here we believe in black Jesus, but I'm also a heathen, so maybe that don't count that much. I don't know. Every time I see her, I'm like, she still got that white Jesus. How come you? I got Tina Turner. I call on the I call on the deities that I know are gonna help me. Tina on the main line. You can tell her what you want, but also I'm a heathen, so maybe don't go by me. Okay, see, share screen. Let's see. Anna, biological mother. Okay, this is the one I want. Share. Let's watch a little bit of this video together. Here we go.
Somebody got murdered on the cruise ship. There is security standing in front of the door. The body is still in the room. The body won't be off until tomorrow, Saturday, when we go to Miami to get off.
Will Anna Kepner get her justice?
So apparently, reportedly, allegedly, that girl, this lady went on Twitter and was laying in her room, and she was just like, "Y'all, I heard screaming last night and I was scared to leave my room." I would have been scared to leave my room too. She also said she has some holy oil and she was like blessing herself with the holy oil and stuff because her grandma had blessed it. can grandmas bless holy oil? But this woman who was on Twitter was like, my nana done blessed the holy oil, so I knew I was gonna be good. But the holy oil spilled over, so I was scared, and I'm not leaving my room anytime soon. I have so many questions. I have so many questions, but I also have this video from Inside Edition. Hang on, oh God, it's so many things to manage here. Let me take that down. Let me make this big. Anna's mama gave an interview with Inside Edition. Y'all. I, This video, I'm just going to play it for you and we can discuss on the other side. It's at 1.25. It's only a 3-minute video. Here we go.
The 18-year-old cheerleader who was found dead on a cruise ship. We know her stepbrother is under suspicion, and he was allegedly obsessed with Anna. We've got the latest, including an exclusive interview with the dead teen's mother, who reveals she has been banned from attending her daughter's funeral, but is going anyway in disguise. Ann Mercogliano reports.
There's chilling new allegations today about the death of an 18-year-old cheerleader on a cruise ship. Anna Kepner's 16-year-old stepbrother, who is now under suspicion in her death, was said to be obsessed with her.
She was scared of him because he always carried around a big knife.
Stephen Weston says his son, Joshua, who was dating Anna, witnessed a disturbing incident during a FaceTime call.
He saw her stepbrother come in the room when she was sleeping and get on top of her.
He says that Joshua warned Anna's family what had happened.
He says that I tried to tell the parents that this was happening and they didn't want to believe me. He's like infatuated, attracted to her like crazy. He's always wanted to date her.
Inside Edition producer Emma Cady is in Titusville, Florida.
Anna's funeral is being held here today at the Grove Church. Because the investigation into her death involves her stepbrother, we're told there's a lot of tension among family members, and some even told they're not welcome here today.
Inside Edition also spoke exclusively to Anna's biological mother, Heather, who says she was told not to attend, but says she was determined to say goodbye to her daughter and will go in disguise.
Heather, what are you going to do to get in?
I'm going to put a.
Can we pause for a minute? And just have a nice thought for her mama, her biological mama, who has not a tooth in her head. I'm not gonna say nothing about this lady because clearly she needs the prayers of the church. But ma'am, here is Anna's mama describing the disguise that she is going to wear to her biological daughter's funeral. Okay, here we go.
On and wear some really tall shoes because I'm 4'9".
Heather and Anna's father, Christopher Kepner, divorced 13 years ago when Anna was 5. Anna, affectionately known in the family as Anna Banana, was found dead in her stateroom aboard the cruise ship Carnival Horizon. She was sharing a room like this one with her 14-year-old brother and the 16-year-old stepbrother. There was a queen-sized bed. That's where Anna slept, and bunk beds for the 2 boys. Published reports say the 14-year-old was out exploring the huge cruise ship when Anna died. When the boy returned, he slept in his bunk, not realizing Anna's naked body had been stuffed under her bed just feet away. The sleeping arrangements came up in a divorce hearing today between the 6.
Because the stepmama and her ex-husband are at one another in court. Yeah, here's a little snippet from that hearing.
16-year-old suspect's parents. His mother revealed that the 16-year-old is under psychiatric care.
Can I speak? Has a psychiatrist appointment on December 1st.
She sat impassively as her ex-husband's attorney spoke about the cruise.
The 16-year-old was allowed to drink. The teenagers were given their own room in which to stay. Just a lot of circumstances that show that the mother in this case was not exercising appropriate supervision over this child.
That stepmama ain't ish. Reportedly, allegedly, in my own opinion, what? Ma'am? Hey, first of all, bio mom. Let's revisit. Hang on. Where's she at? I gotta find her over here because she is really something special. Wait, there she is. Can we just pause for a moment of silence for Anna Banana and her mama. I cannot imagine why this mother would not have been invited to her daughter's funeral. I could make up some answers based solely on this picture, but I'm wow. I, okay, I hope her disguise worked out good for her at the funeral because mm, did she have funeral teeth? I, I just I don't want to be unkind. Um, I yeah, I'm all that's that on that. The second wife raised her. Wait, hang on. I'm seeing here in comments that the husband's second wife raised her. And to that I say, praise God. Because and I sincerely hope she had a good relationship with her the husband's second wife. Because mm-mm. Um, Miss Tanika of 2 Cents fame pointing out that grown, toothless, and wearing a baby girl shirt. I would agree that all of these adults need actual Jesus. Tina won't do. We can get Tina on the main line for whatever we need. We might even call on Esther Roll because Esther been through some things and Esther knows how to finagle a situation. Now, you need to have a rent party. Esther Roll can set that up for you. You need to have a give me some teeth by my baby funeral party. Esther y'all know Esther Roll. That's Florida from Good Times. She could get you some loaner teeth. I promise. Also, I don't think, listen, Llama 99911, I am also missing teeth. I am not a bad person. I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying anybody who's missing teeth are bad people. I'm saying that this particular mama might have made some secondary choices before appearing on screen. I don't she's giving meth mouth, if you want to know the truth. I don't know what this lady's personal situation is. It's not my business. What I want to know, hang on. What I want to know is what happened in that first relationship. Were they married? Where is second wife now? From the bottom of my heart, I hope that sweet Anna Banana was loved and cherished by whatever mother figure was in her life. Clearly not Chantal, that the latest stepmama du jour. I have heard rumors like this one that I will not read. That Daddy has some charges and ways related to that of a Pedialyte. Reportedly, allegedly, this is a fact-free zone. Don't sue me, sir. You got your hands full with other issues and problems. I'm just reporting the news, and by the news, I mean the gossip. According to Anna's boyfriend, she didn't like them stepkids. She spent as much time as possible out of the house because she was nervous about those step siblings. They moved up in the house, and she was like, I don't know them. Why are these people at my house? It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Um, right. He married the 15-year-old babysitter and was violent. Right. That would be Anna's daddy. Oh, wait, was the 15-year-old babysitter the second wife? Um, there were a lot of bad choices made in this family, and it is absolutely terrible that this girl had to live this way and that she paid with her life. Wait, I'm reading in the comments. Chat, who knows all, is telling me that the second wife had been the babysitter. I don't. I don't. Also, I thought you had to be like, well, maybe Anna was old enough at 18, but I thought you had to be over 21 to have your own room on a cruise ship because you have to assign, like when you go on a cruise and you get 2 rooms, they're like, you have to sort of assign a head person for each room. I, as an adult, say, okay, here's my room and I'm the head person. I'll take care of all the paperwork. Room number 2, who's the head person in that room? In my family, my 3 sons will stay in a room together. One of my sons is 27 and the other's 21 and the youngest is 18. So everybody but when they were younger, I would assign the oldest son to be like, he's in charge of that room. He's the head person in that room. In a room full of kids, which honestly, I imagine people do this all the time, but how do you do this? How do you do this? Dr. Patrice Berry says, I've worked with clients and there are adjoining rooms. Right. You can get adjoining rooms for your teens. Here's the thing. It's a lot more expensive to get adjoining rooms. If you are cruising on a budget, then you let the cruise line choose the rooms and you save yourself a couple $100. So you might not even be on the same floor as your family. I'm just saying, saves you a lot of money. If you're like, I just want this classroom that has a balcony and I want the ones with the bunk beds in it or whatever. Hey, Carnival, you choose the rooms and I'm gonna get this cruise at a low price. Cruising is not that inexpensive, but I'm just saying you could pitch a penny if you need to. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. I have questions. Wait. Wife number 3 and Anna did not get along. I think number 3 and Anna's daddy are very selfish people. Child, no lies detected. No lies detected. Your child does not like the person you married, and you're like, nah, y'all gonna be fine. Let's just keep it moving. Mm-mm. Wait, Dr. Berry acknowledges her bougie status by saying, I'm bougie and I pick my seats and my rooms. Same girl, same. If I'm flying last minute and I can't, then that's a different story. But for the most part, mm-mm, mm-mm. Wait, I just realized I have a bunch of starred chats that I have not acknowledged. Please forgive me, starred chat people. I'm about to get to you now. Minty Fret, a member for 4 months. Hey, girl. Hey, thank you for brightening my morning. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, my goodness. Lots of new members. Sarah Adams, 9518 is a new member. Sarah Adams is also a new member again. I don't know why it notified me twice, but okay. Barry Adams, 2218 is a new member twice. Okay. Kimberly in Japan, 1216 is a new member. Lots of new members this morning. Oh my goodness. And BB Lee, 333, Creepy Mama Lou. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of creepy Mama Lukes in this family. I don't. Everything about this family is just super duper extra strength yuck to me. But that's just me. Okay. We have $3.99 super sticker from Janice? Janice? Y'all know Riff, reading is fundamental. I don't know. Tanika is a new member. I think Tanika is an old member. Tanika been here for a minute. A member for 23 months, old member. Data Lisa, thank you so much for being a member for 23 months. Donna NH Woman Shaw 1410, a member for 7 months. Yeah, I hope the members are enjoying the shenanigans of the back room. Y'all, things go down in the back room. We're not going to talk about it. We can't talk about it in public. It's a situation. Bible lady been riding for a minute. Ma'am, I know you are a member for more than 2 months, but hey, girl, hey. Scott's mom, a member for 11 months. Thank you for making me laugh every morning. You guys, you make me laugh. The way I crack up when I see these comments, you have no idea. I'm sitting on the bus like, y'all got jokes. Y'all got jokes. A lot of jokes. Oh my goodness, how are there 659 people here? I don't even have a bra on. Should I put on foundation garments? I feel like this is a public situation. Oh, I maybe might want to get my act right fully installed. You know that's not gonna happen though. But wait. I know. Bible lady. Yes, the back room is lit. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to The problem with the back room is that I feel like, oh, let me say goodnight to the members before I go to sleep. And um, sometimes when I'm trying to say goodnight, my mind wanders. And if my mind wanders, I might get off topic and say things that I maybe should not say. So what happens in the back room stays in the back room. That's all I can say about that. That's all I can say about that. But also, we are inching closer, closer, closer to 30,000 subscribers, at which time we will have a glorious 30K celebration. I have no idea what's going to happen at the 30K celebration. I'm open to ideas. I'm open to suggestions. Wait, Kathy, WikiLeaks, you do a cameo for my friend's 69th birthday? Yes, of course I will. I am not on Cameo, but I am on Buy Me a Coffee. So if you want me to send birthday greetings to you, your friends, your family, a message of encouragement, any message at all, get over on Buy Me a Coffee. A link will be in the description box of this video when I finish with the video. But it's also, if you go on the about of this channel, the description box of any video, they all have the link to Buy Me a Coffee. And just it's a love offering. The minimum donation is $5. As much as you could give as much over $5 as you like. And in the description, tell me who I'm saying happy birthday to, celebrate the divorce, announce the gender of your child, wish somebody a happy day, congratulations on your new job. I'm so sorry you threw that bum out. Now you're getting a divorce. Good for you. Get your freedom on, sis. Whatever you need me to tell, just put all the information in the description box, and I will make a custom-made video just for you. Because of the limitations of Buy Me a Coffee, that message will be 30 seconds long. It only lets me do 30 seconds. So please know that. Oh, like Sarah Boone, know that. Anyway, but in a nice way. But I love sending like happy birthday and other assorted greetings to other people. Let me just look on here and see where we are on the subscriber count. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong channel. Wait, is this my channel? Y'all, how can I not find my own channel on YouTube? Okay, wait, dashboard. Okay, we're at 39,108 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. Have your friends subscribe to the channel. And once we get to 39 subs, I suspect, what is this? This is almost Thanksgiving. I think before 2026, we will be at 30,000 subs and we will have a glorious celebration. In the meantime, we are very busy. Wait, what does this say? Will you tell Dr. Barry morning? Good morning, Dr. Barry. I love Dr. Barry. She's the best. And she teaches us like actual educational things. I am not here for educational things. I am here to mind other people's business the way the Lord intended. I mean, I am a heathen, so maybe not the Lord. Maybe I'm out here doing the devil's work. I don't know. I refuse to judge myself regardless. Anyway, we're keeping a close eye on Anna Banana. Wait, Kathy, in Japan, it's almost midnight, but you always, oh my gosh. Kimberly in Japan, 12:16. Kathy in Japan, it's almost midnight, but you always end my day with smiles. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's so lovely. I'm so happy to help where I can. If this nonsense gives you a smile, then I am all about that smiling, waking up with a smile life. You know what's funny? I don't remember if I told this. Y'all, well, I know the members know that I had to go to Zoom court the other day. It was a situation. I'm still mad about it. It was a traffic offense. I did not get arrested, etc. But my husband invited me to attend Zoom court with him, and I had a very, very bad attitude about it that I did not tamp down in front of the judge and the prosecutor or anybody else. It was a situation. Then the next day, I was at work and I was having a meeting with my boss, and she was telling me that she was having a bad day. And I was just like, bad day. You don't know a bad day. Let me tell you about what happened to me in Zoom court. And so I told her the story of me and my husband being in Zoom court. And she was laughing, laughing, laughing real hard. And then, we finished talking business stuff. And then I went on. And as she was leaving, she's like, I love having a good laugh in the morning. And I was like, she should join my channel. Although maybe not, because number one, she's not into true crime. Number two, separation of church and state, separation of like personal life and YouTube life, where I'm up here when I haven't even washed my face yet. I am, however, on my second glass of Crystal Light because I have to stay hydrated. Did Recovery Addict cover my Zoom court case? He did not. He could have, though. I didn't know Bergen County had Zoom court, if you want to know the truth. I'm going to give you the quick and dirty of what happened. My husband got a parking ticket in my name, and I was not pleased about it. And so we had to go to Zoom court to work it out. Y'all have met my new co-star, right? Bonky. Some blessed individual whose name is written somewhere here. I don't know. Some blessed individual sent me a gavel so that I could commit to bonking people when needed. The way I am wielding this hammer of justice. The problem was that the little gavel was black. It did not pop on screen. And I was like, how am I going to have a co-star that does not pop on screen? So I spray painted Bonky. Yes, I named her Bonky. I think Bonky is a gender nonconforming individual. It's not a her, it's not a he, it's a they. Bonky needed to pop on screen, so I spray painted her. I spray painted them, but then I laid it down so it could dry, and now it has these little spots. So I have to sand them out. But I'm over here exacting justice. This is my new co-star. I might have to do a one of those little graphics. I might need a Bonky graphic because Bonky needs her own. I have to have order in the court. And when we were in Zoom court, I said to my husband, because I was real fake mad at him, real fake mad. The truth is, I really, really like my husband, a real lie. He's one of my favorite people. But sometimes I get real mad at him. Rarely do I get real mad at him, like authentic, legit mad at him. Now, when that ticket showed up at my house with my name on it, I did use all my best cuss words. I was like, what the what? But after I realized that ticket would not go down on my permanent record, that they would switch it over to Mr. Gossip's permanent record, then I calmed down and I was like, you think I could show the judge Bonky? And he was like, don't show that to the judge. I was like, no. I think the judge will appreciate it. And he was like, do not show your javelin to the judge. What? My javelin, you say? The word that he was looking for was gavel. It was stuck in his brain. Also, Bonky is heavy and could do some damage. She could be the witness to a crime. She could commit some crimes because she's real heavy. She could, really go upside your head real good. And so since then, I might just name her Bonky the Javelin because I think it's funny, not because I don't know the word gavel. I just like the word javelin better. And then I was like, a javelin is a real long stick that you throw in the Olympics. I don't know any other places where they throw javelins, although maybe my husband is like a recreational javelin thrower. I don't know. But Bonky the Javelin right here, nice and blue, my new co-star, ready for action. Okay. Wait. Here is a very, very important question, maybe the most important question of the day. Oh my God, did you take Not Spike into your house and get it a bath? No, I have not been able to capture Not Spike. Now, you would think that me as a grown person could capture a 19-year-old teacup Yorkie. If you thought that, you'd be wrong because that Yorkie is street smart. He's wise beyond his years. Is he blind? Yes. Does he hop around on three legs because something is wrong with his back right leg? Yes. I don't know what's wrong with that dog, but he keeps outsmarting me. It's a full coyote and roadrunner situation. I'm like tearing up little pieces of hot dog and lining the sidewalk with it, trying to get him to come to my front door. And then he eats all the hot dogs and I get close and then he skitters away real fast and I cannot catch him. I do not know what they have been feeding that dog. First of all, how did he live to be the people next door, they be avoiding me. I don't know why, because I am delightful. But they have two little boys. The little skinny one is kind of quiet. That fat one, oh, he tell all the family business. He's my favorite. Oh, I hope the neighbors are not watching this. But the little fat boy next door, he's just like, that's my grandma's dog. And the police said that if we keep letting him roam around, then they're gonna come and pick him up and take him off to the pound. But we don't want him to go to the pound. He's old and his eyes are a little bit bad and one of his legs is a little bit crooked. But it's okay. He's 19 years old. That's way older than me. That's older than my brother. Child, that little fat one tells all the family business. I love him so much. And I think he told me his name. I'm sure he told me his name. He told me the names of everybody who live in the house. But I have a bad remembering. I'm trying to save space for other things that are not my business. And so the little fat kid's name went out of my head. I think it's something Spanish, but maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I was like, "How you doing? How you doing in school?" "I'm doing good. I just had a birthday and I just turned 10 and blah blah blah." Oh, he's telling all the business. Wait, did he bite too? I am not certain that Not Spike has teeth. I have not done a complete dental inspection because I have not been able to get close enough to the dog to look in his mouth. See, also, he runs real fast and he's a good hider because when the police came on the block, the new neighbors who've been here for 2.5 years, but I've been here for 20 some odd years, so they new to me. Um, look, I live in the suburbs. These neighbors are like, your grass too long. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, code enforcement. They are not playing, right? But the people had just moved in and the grass was like a little bit long. And keep in mind, this is a teacup Yorkie. It might be 4 pounds, maybe. So the cops rolled down the block and Not Spike just went and stood in the grass. And I was like, look at this crafty dog. And then I was leaving the block and the policeman was coming up the block and I rolled down my window. I mean, I didn't roll like this, but I remember windows that roll like this. I pushed the button. Zzz. Hi, are you looking for the dog? Because, it's no other reason for the police to come down here. And they say, yeah, somebody called about the dog. This is how crafty this dog was. The dog was watching the police, right? When the popo rolled up the block, Not Spike walked from the tall grass and stood in the middle of the cul-de-sac and was looking at the police car as it rolled up the block. He said, yeah, I looked around. I couldn't find the dog. I said, look in your rear view mirror. He looked at his rear view mirror. There's Not Spike standing in the middle of the street. So he does a Yui. In Indiana, they used to call that whipping the shitty. I don't know why, but he whipped the shitty and came back up the block. And then he went and knocked on the people's door. But then I was looking real hard. But I had to get to the Home Depot. And so, that's the day I was trying to go to the Costco for business and they closed promptly at 5. And so it was like 4:48. And I was like, well, now I'm going to speed. Do you think this nice officer will give me a note for why I'm speeding? Because I'm trying to be nosy over here with the neighbors. So I had to leave. I didn't know what happened. But he went and knocked on their door. That's probably when he told them, if y'all keep letting this dog walk up and down the middle of the street, we're going to take it to the pound. Good luck catching Not Spike. Not Spike is crafty. But look, you know how it goes. You ain't heard none of this from me. I mind my business. So, right? Bible lady got it right. Not Spike is gangsta AF. Should we write a second Not Spike book? Y'all remember the first Not Spike book, right? We should do maybe a Christmas story including Not Spike. Hang on, if I can fish this book out. Last year around this time, we wrote a book together, the members and I, called The Secret Life of Not Spike. Here's the back, the art from the back. Oh, there we go. I know StreamYard now has 2 views. Here it is, people on the skinny view. The Secret Life of Not Spike. There's the art from the back. And it tells the story of Not Spike. All of the art is AI generated. So Gabby, the little girl, looks different in every single picture. Don't let that bother you. I'm not letting it bother me. But yeah. Not Spike eludes the police should be the follow-up. Not Spike on the run. You know what's funny? There's like a joke between me and my husband. If it's raining outside, he never wants to walk the dogs. And well, we have 2 dogs. He only walks 1. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But the original dog, he walks. The other dog, he's like, she'll walk herself. Also, that second dog's a pain in the ass to get on the leash. Anyway, so he's like, it's raining, I couldn't walk the dog. I'm like, what do you think the Yorkie poos in the wild do? The Yorkie poos in the wild get wet. He's like, yeah, but our dog is not. So I think we might need the adventures of Not Spike in the wild, because he just be roaming free. Not Spike has a whole secret life that them neighbors don't know about. And do you think the little fat boy next door knows? He's not fat, he's husky. He's adorable. The way I want to pinch his cheeks. Wait. Corey Richins likes when people walk the dog for her. That's hilarious. The Adventures of Corey Richins and Not Spike. I don't know. Members, we will gather together and we will figure out what adventures the new Not Spike will get up to, because he gonna get up to some things. Maybe we will come up with a nice new Christmas book, because I got nothing but free time. You know me. I barely do anything. I get up at 5 in the morning. This morning I made 6 meal prep lasagnas. I was gonna make a batch of curry, vegetarian curry and not vegetarian curry. And then I was like, oh, but I need to knit a sock. So I knitted a sock, and then I had to frog it, and then I knitted another sock. And then I was like, oh, I like this new yarn better. You know me. I got to get off to the yarn store because they open at 10 o'clock, which means they open in 3 minutes. And I have not even washed my face yet. So look, I am so justice for Not Spike. Y'all are hilarious. The way I love Not Spike. Yeah, maybe in my free time, I will get myself together and write a new Not Spike book. Wait, let me just make sure. Haiti C 201. Ooh, 201. Are you from Bergen County? That's the area code in Bergen County. I mean, yeah, the area code for telephones. For people who don't have cell phones. I'm a 917. I still have my New York cell phone number. Anyway, we have a YouTube baby. Yes, we do. Miss Tanika had our first YouTube baby. His name is Sugar Bear, and his name is Sweet Pea. I mean, also Sugar Bear is all of our baby in my mind. Wait. Kathy is literally a trad wife. I'm not even trying to be a trad wife. I'm an accidental trad wife, but I work a full-time job, and I'm like, listen, I'm very official. When I put on my official clothes, I have a straight back. I say learned things all the time. You would not even believe how, I play a clown on the internet. Yes. But I know things, and people come to me for very important questions about their life, and I answer them. I know, it's shocking to me too. Anyway, okay, y'all. My throat is dry. I need a cough drop. I need to wash my face. The yarn store is about to open. If anybody has a yarn business in Bergen County, this sells sock yarn, please, please, please let me know so I can patronize your business. I know a lot of people sell yarn online, but I want to feel it. I want to be there. Also, I'm cheap and I don't want to pay shipping. I'm not going to lie. So the place that I'm going to go to today is like half an hour away. You think I'm not going to roll up there? Will I spend gas money? Yes, yes, I will. I also might get some fiber to spin because do I spin like I'm Rumpelstiltskin? Yes, I do. I do not spin straw into gold. But will I make my own yard? Yes, Lord. Oh, yes, 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 I will. So I think I'm beyond a trad wife because most trad wives don't make yarn, and I do. And I make yogurt and I bake bread. I need to make another batch of bagels. I have meal prepped a bunch of food. I'm gonna meal prep some more. Y'all, I'm getting up to things. And I write books and I'm a gossip on the internet. I'm busy. Okay. Listen, supporting local business when possible. Yes, I like to support the local yarn businesses. All the yarn businesses in town know me and know me well. I know all the ladies. I know when their grandkids' birthday is. Oh, I know all the things. I'm a skosh chatty. I know it's shocking to you. I know. I know. I know. But yes, I'm a skosh chatty. Make yarn out of your dog's hair. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Also, I'm allergic to dogs. I'm even allergic to my own dogs, but I would not make fermenting. No, I don't like fermenting, but my kids love it. So maybe I'll get into it. I know how to, I just don't. I am making vinegar right now in my attic. Child, that's another story for another day. Yes, I know how to make vinegar. Mind your business. I also know how to make wine. I don't drink wine, but I do know how to make it. Just because I'm curious. Once I wanted to build a still, like a, like to make hard liquor, just because it seemed like an interesting project. And then I was like, right. But I'm a recovering alcoholic. And so making alcohol at my house is probably not the best idea. I would love your yogurt recipe. I spend a lot of money on yogurt at the store. Um, Milk. That's my yogurt recipe. Honestly, a yogurt recipe is more the process and not the ingredients, and it's a process. Actually, I have a yogurt making video somewhere on here because I still answer questions on that video all the time. It's probably the most viewed video I have. Do I make cheese? Yes, mozzarella, ricotta. I make cheese. Of course, I make cheese. What are you new? Yes, I make cheese. Oh, speaking of Ziggy, add rennet to the shopping list. I need to for Christmas. Anyway, sorry. Okay, I'm talking about food now. I will not be making a food blog because yeah, I ain't got that kind of free time. Minding other people's business, keeping up with true crime, writing books, making yogurt, doing all these things like hooch. I probably could make hooch, but I won't. Although I did once accidentally. Whatever. We've gone far afield. We have gone far afield. I need to go select my local yarn store. Oh, I used to tap my own maple trees. I did take my kids to a maple tapping like seminar they held in the park. Amazing. But we just buy maple from Canada in upstate New York. Okay. I'm gonna go for real, for real. Um Yeah, look, I start reading comments and I'm just like, oh, well, what else are we talking about? Y'all, members, I'll see you tonight. Everybody else, thank you so much for supporting this madness that I call a YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, share. Oh, I figured out Hype. Okay, Hype is something that YouTube has come up with to help small channels. I don't know how small channels are designed, but if you just search on YouTube explain Hype, there's like 30-minute explanations and there's 3-minute explanations. All of it is a little bit crazy to me. It does not make complete sense, but I hype this channel if you get a chance. If you can find the button, it doesn't appear for everybody for some reason. Child, YouTube's out of their rabbit ass mind. And now they're talking about you have to pay to hype. What the what? Y'all got to make it make sense before somebody gonna pay for it. But okay, whatever. Listen, I'm gonna go support my local yarn proprietors. Get out there, have a great day. Prayers for Anna and her family, her raggedy ass daddy, and that trifling stepmom, and the bio mom with no teeth. Y'all, have a fantastic day. You know how we do. Wait, who sent me a message? Okay, sorry. You know how we do. I will see you next crime. Bye.
Dear true crime friends, we clutch our pearls and laugh again. We all gather around. Kathy has a story to tell, our favorite comedian. Heffa, please, I don't have the free time unless you got the scoop again. Here for the gossip, rumor, and innuendo. I will live for today until the endless heaven buffet takes me away. Yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 hey. The world is filled with chaos Muppets that like people to kick the bucket from Idaho, Iowa, and everywhere in between. Heffa, please, boncation in the first degree. Heffa, please, come solve the case with me. Here for the gossip, rumor, and innuendo. I will live for today until the endless heaven buffet takes me away. Yeah.
Come here, not Spike. Come here, bye, not Spike.